It's always fascinating, after growing up and hearing about these tragedies historically, where you have the retrospect, you have all of the information in front of you. Seeing it play out in real time and seeing those 24, 48 hours of speculation of what's going on, even when Charlie's condition was unknown, it's a weird feeling. It is crazy just being through that. And yeah, that was one of the most dramatic things not most dramatic, but as far as the discourse went, people were quick to assign the kid to the other team in certain parts of the internet. And that was one of the most disheartening things to me in terms of the comments that I saw from certain circles. And you'll see, I felt they were rather fringe, either calling for retaliatory violence or insinuating that in some way on the right, or saying he deserved it. He got what was coming to him on the left. That's understood. I obviously deplore all of that, and that's extremely destructive. It's obviously destructive. But the idea of politicizing to the point of making sure your team is the good guys in this and pushing that narrative or the opposite narrative, that's the thing that I think people underestimate the destructive power of. So yeah, I can see, as far as the current facts that we have, as far as the current information that we have, this feels like someone who is associated with more left-wing ideology, radicalized. Does that mean this is an indictment of left-wing ideology? Not necessarily. And I think we need to be taking this time, rather than declaring that and concluding that, figuring out, okay, how do we heal? How do we avoid situations like this? Because, yeah, there's just so much tragedy and loss involved here that
Yeah,
no
I mean,
one.
it's no, like we were talking a little bit about earlier. I mean, with like the loss, I mean, conservative family background, right? Completely in contrast to the trajectory this kid went. And I mean, I know a lot of kids, like we were talking earlier, grow up, me, I grew up, kind of became libertarian at a young age. My dad was a stout union, and all that. And I'm, so and Democrat, and it was like fire and oil, or oil and water, just, my dad was always generally kind of pretty mellow about things.
Sometimes the kids rebel and they find ways of, when they rebel hard. I think that was, not to make light of any of this situation, I think that was the plot of Family Ties, wasn't it? With
Yeah. Yeah.
Michael J. Fox. It's just,
Michael J. Fox. Yeah.
yeah, Michael J. Fox with, yeah, sort of hippy dippy parents, and kid is a Reagan conservative. But yeah, I mean, sometimes these people who have this rejection of whatever ideology they're brought into initially, they reject it so hard and they become some of the most active and outspoken on the opposite side.